Hello, I'm Natalia. You can find me on Instagram at the Wellness Homekeeper. I'm so glad I get an opportunity to share with you a little bit about how to cleanse and restore your body, specifically your digestive system, your microbiome, that center of ourselves that really regulates moods and hormones and detoxification processes. And I'm going to share a little bit about myself first so that you understand why I'm even here to share this with you. But, you know, from a very young age, I suffered from a lot of imbalances in my body. I had chronic migraines since I was 5 years old, and I would spend half of the month with an awful migraine that would be so debilitating that sometimes I couldn't even go to school, and I couldn't, have regular friendships. You know, I was always sick. I was also overweight since the age of 10 moving forward, until I unraveled all of that. But, you know, I was overweight. I was a chronic migraine sufferer at a very young age. And I spent a lot of my younger years feeling very depressed and very disconnected with myself. But at the age of 17, I decided to leave the nest, and I moved all the way from Venezuela to Paris to pursue a career in culinary arts. And, you know, at that time I realized, wow, this is really going to be my journey. I have to figure out how to live a healthy life. And I was really interested in that anyways. So in Paris, I took my first ever yoga class, and that was the first time that I had a little spark that I wanted to do something along those lines. But it wasn't until way after college, when I was already in my 20s, that I left my corporate job and I pursued what was going to be a decade long of personal development, becoming a yoga instructor, but more than that, really diving into this world of health and wellness. So, and then after I met my husband, and him and I were both kind of like in this whole scope of wanting to grow and wanted to better ourselves. And we did cool things like we did Tony Robbins' 4-day intensive in Los Angeles, and we walked on coals next to Oprah Winfrey. And, you know, I spent almost 2 decades of my life immersed in the world of holistic health and wellness, and it hasn't stopped since. It's always been my passion ever since to really help others find health and balance and well-being. So the first time I ever did a cleanse, and the first time that ever even mattered to me, was when I was doing my teacher training to be a yoga instructor. And everyone was doing the master cleanse at that time, which consisted of preparing a juice with lemon and apple cider vinegar and honey and cinnamon, and cayenne pepper, and you would just drink that all day. And some people did it for 7 days. Some people did it for 15 days. Some people did that for a whole month, you know. And I realized at that time that it was important to cleanse our system, especially because we're overloaded by toxicity in our modern world. But I also realized that some cleanses left you depleted and exhausted and hungry and with more cravings and more imbalances than before. So through my years, I've learned that there are many ways to support our body. And I'm going to talk about detoxification right now. There are many ways to support our body and to reach a level of health, and to reach a level of physical stability and also emotional stability. But there are little things that you have to do in order to get there. So let's see if I can get the next page. So are you thriving, or are you coping and surviving? So this is a big question, because I think a lot of us, in the times that we're in, we are all dealing with some sort of crutch, some sort of inflammation, whether it's headaches or migraines or, you know, digestive issues or back pain, or, you know, we've had this fungus that we can't get rid of for years, or we have these warts, or we have this bad breath or this eczema. Everyone's dealing with something. But more than that, it's not just the physical signs, but it's also the emotional signs. So we're overworked, we're overstressed, we're not able to really sleep properly or relax. So are you thriving, or are you coping and surviving? And so let me tell you a little bit about detoxification. What it means to detoxify is to release toxins that are stored in our body and allow our body, our heart, and our mind to dedicate greater amounts of energy to thriving rather than coping and surviving. That's what it means to detoxify. To turn all of the energy that your body's putting into, healing these things that are keeping you kind of, stuck, and then allowing you to live a happy, balanced life. So a lifetime investment in your health and well-being starts with a few simple steps. So let's reduce the toxic load. So our bodies were created to process toxicity, and it's something that we do every single day. However, we live in a time where the toxic load is too heavy. So here are some ways in which we are exposed to toxicity every single day. There are preservatives in our food. There's different oils and additives that they use at the restaurants where we go to eat all the time. There's pesticides and paints and insulations in our homes, and pesticides that are sprayed in our community, cleaning products that we use, colorants and additives in our food, car fumes. Personal care products are huge, and especially women, once they reach, above 25 years old, the amount of toxins that they put on their body every single day. There was a study that I read that said that 560 toxins were found in a woman's daily care routine. That's crazy. So a little bit of poison every single day is still poison. And this is something that I learned this year, and it's kind of a longer story about how I was finally able to understand some of the things that were causing toxicity in my own body the last few years, and how I was able to release those. Long story short, I was able to lose 50 pounds, and I'm really short. I'm 5'2", so that's a lot for me. But I was also able to really manage these these chronic migraines that had debilitated me for most of my life. And so I have a story to tell, and I have a purpose in sharing all of this. So are you eliminating or are you isolating toxicity? Now, this is a really important question, because our body, who is created to eliminate toxicity and be at optimal health, is not able to process fast enough. So if we're not eliminating through our feces, our urine, and our sweat, then we're isolating. So our body's really smart. It's like, oh, we can't get rid of that. All right, encapsulate it into a fat cell. And so we start accumulating cellulite in areas where we'd rather not, where we'd rather have muscle. And it's just our body's way to actually protect our organs and protect our body from these toxins that are coming in. So if you are experiencing deposits of fat cells in your body, then know that it's really just toxicity that you're not eliminating, and your body's trying to tell you something. So what are some of the signs and symptoms? Now, this is a long list. There are more things, but I just put, as many as I could really find to express to you how easy it is for our body to throw a sign our way and say, help. So it's time to do a cleanse, or it's time to give your body a little extra support when you're having bad breath, when you're lethargic, when you have bad mood, nightmares, gas or gurgling gut, irregular bowels, you're either having diarrhea or constipation, fatigue, acne, rashes, irregular periods. Infertility is huge. We don't realize how much of the problems of infertility that we have are due to too much toxicity in our body. And that's a whole nother lecture on its own. Fogginess, brittle nails and hair, headaches, migraines, dry eyes, cracked lips, anything that has to do with the skin, rashes, allergies, body aches, restlessness, inability to focus, and lack of memory. Sugar cravings are huge, insomnia, waking up in the night, being irritable, compromised immunity. We're getting sick all the time. So take control of your health journey. And I really wanted to add the word journey in there, because it really is a journey to learn how to properly take care of your body and give your body everything that it needs to be able to have vitality and optimal health and energy and happiness and clarity of mind. So when we're giving the right nutrients and support, our bodies are miraculous cleaning and healing machines. So how do we calm down the symptoms and refine our systems in order to feel better, in order to start this journey of health? Or maybe you're already in a journey, you've already been working on yourself for a long time, but you feel a little bit stuck, or you feel like, I'm kind of stuck at this place, or, I've tried everything, or I feel like I have no motivation to do anymore. I've been there so many times. And there's so many things that we can do, but what I really love is, I've discovered that there are things that you can add to your nutritional bowl. In this previous slide, we were sort of like the things that are keeping us out of balance, but there are things that you can add to your nutritional bowl, to your everyday routine that will really assist your body. And so there's different ways that we can cleanse. There's a nutritional cleanse that we can do. There's an organ detox, a gut cleanse, and then cellular recovery and repair. I have a 30-day program that I do that I can help you with. But besides that program, every single person should have a base of nutrition, like what I call good bones. And trust me when I say we can juice all we want, which I do. We can eat as much salad as you can imagine, which I do. We can drink, I have an alkaline water machine. You can drink the best kind of water, but we can still experience inflammation and dis-ease because our bodies are simply not receiving enough nutrients and fiber, antioxidants and vitamins from the food that we eat, from the water that we drink. And most of us are lacking sleep, especially if you have kids, which I have too. So that's out the window. So, we have to do sort of a comprehensive gut check, and to clean our pipes. When we do a nutritional cleanse, we restore nutrients and the body's natural ability to clean, because our body can do it naturally when we give it the right nutrients. When we do an organ detox, we're able to flush unwanted substances, support the functions of our detoxifying organs, which are our liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. And we're able to support the body's natural ability to rid itself of unwanted substances, such as, chemicals and even toxins that come in the air, toxic agents that we absorb in our skin. So we're able to purify and detoxify the body's systems with whole food botanical extracts. So to do a gut cleanse, we add enzymes and probiotics and different oils, essential oils and herbs. We do detox baths, and I can teach you all of the different elements that I've learned that have really helped me. And that will help to renew the gut flora and eliminate unfriendly environments in our microbiome, such as candida or parasites or viruses. We restore microbial balance, and then we replenish the flora, especially if you've taken antibiotics in the last 3 years. It takes about 3 years after a round of antibiotics for your gut flora to go back into balance. So you need to help your systems, especially if you've taken antibiotics. You get to balance hormones and restore overall digestive function. And, there's some amazing ways in which all of these different forms of cleansing will actually help your cellular response. And a cellular cleanse, recovery, and repair is really kind of like the last step, where you help your body recover from oxidative stress, you reduce free radical damage, radiation and microwaves, and when you go to a store and you use all of the wireless stuff, your phone, and then you support cellular response and promote healthy cognitive function. If you're a mom, brain fog and mommy brain is real. So promote immunity and protect our cells in our body from environmental threats. So we're able to really sort of go from the smaller picture of, symptoms and help restore our body so we don't move into a larger picture of cancer and tumor growths and autoimmune conditions. We want to prevent before our body is overloaded and our cells are not able to do their proper function. Therefore, we start creating weird growths here and there, and we start getting cancers, and because our cells are overloaded, they can't do their normal functions. So what happens when we do these cleanses and when we take care of ourselves and we take the right supplementation and we support ourselves with the right types of herbs and medicines and natural holistic medicines, we're able to have mental clarity, easy digestion, regular bowels, restful sleep, increased capacity, emotional balance, alertness and balanced appetite, clearer skin. We're not craving as much. Increased energy. We can reduce pain and inflammation. We can clean our breath and have hormonal balance. So I'm asking you, are you ready to take these steps? Because a lot of times in my journey, I've realized I wasn't ready. And so it's really important that you have sort of like a gut check, like in your gut, are you ready to make a change and feel better? And stop sabotaging this journey that you're in and really commit to, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to commit to 30 days. I'm going to commit to working with this person one-on-one. What my commitment is to you is I can guarantee that any product that I put in front of you, if it doesn't work for you, which it will, you can return it. Any ingredient from anything that I recommend to you is naturally sourced. It's something that I've, put my hand on, my print on, because I've used it myself and, I've experienced results. And everything that I do because I've been through it and I've come out a better person. So connect with me on Instagram at The Wellness Homekeeper, or you can reach out however form you receive this video, and I can walk you through, what to me is like the good bones, like the basic good bones that everyone should be, like the basis of nutrition, the basic things that you should be doing every week to support your body and support your systems. And if you want to take it a step further and you're like, you know what, I'm experiencing a lot of symptoms and I'm ready to take control of all of this and feel exponentially better, then I can walk you through a 30-day cleanse and I can tell you some of the nutritional changes that you need to make and some of the, emotional boundaries that you need to set so that you can feel so much better as a whole, not just your digestion or your skin, but like generally speaking, that you can feel like you found some health back and some balance back in your life. So go ahead and find me on Insta, or give me a call if you have my number, or email me if you have my email, or leave a comment if you can leave a comment, and let's connect. Again, I'm Natalia. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I hope that you learned something, and I am here for you.